lots of meetings, but I think we're used to it at this point. All right. I'll be quite honest. I don't remember where we left off on the My Workday Office access, but I know
No,
that we got the prerequisite text in and they're for review. And the other day, Gwen had emailed James Duncan about putting Gargawan in the queue. So let
yeah,
me just have a look.
I think the
Yeah.
previous session that we had was going around whether the individual access access types are relevant to what is required. I mean,
Mm.
required in Gagon. I think what maybe what we need to follow through in this meeting is just to like for yourself, Kim, specifically uh, do a task or set a task for either Ranjan or Swati. I think more towards Swati on what does she needs to do and
Mm-hmm.
provide I know and set a timeline that by when we should should get back to you on the relevant information that is required for the different types of access.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yep.
So do we all remember how to access the prerequisite text on my Workday admin portal?
That's a question for you guys, Swati, Ranjan.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What is the question? Voice is big, but slow.
That's okay. Do you remember how to access the prerequisite text on admin portal?
Sorry,
It's okay if
I don't know.
okay.
Voice is bit low.
Okay. So let me just share my screen so that I can show you guys. Hold on.
Kim, are you able to check if they have admin access to the My Workday portal? Because if since they have never had My Workday on, I don't know if they do have access for the fact.
I think so. I'll try to see. Well, look in your email address. Copy.charma.
Yeah, in two. She has
It's
a two.
Oh, there's a two.
direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
She has.
yeah, I think you do, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So let's check. Would
Yeah,
Ramjan also have it?
yeah. I
Or
have
should
the
have
access.
it?
I have the access of.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if you go into my workday, let me scroll back. You should see this button here at
Uh,
the portal.
Kim, can I request you to speak a little bit up because really your
Louder.
voice is coming too slow.
Yeah, we are
Sorry.
unable to hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Uh,
No? Not better?
no,
Hello?
no, not.
No?
No, too low.
Oh, okay. Too low. Okay. Hello? How about now? Is this better?
I think it's a little bit better. You can say.
Okay, let me try to. Okay, what about now?
It's better now.
It's better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear me okay? Okay. Just let me know in case you can't hear me. I'll try to speak a bit louder.
No, no, no. That's fine.
Um, okay. So if you go to the admin portal, just go under Office Access and Attendance, and then click Prerequisite Text. So the prerequisite text, I'll just show you what I mean. If you go to the My Workday Office Access page, and then so let's say you click background if it shows up. So if you click, let's say Manila, and then you select a particular access type, this is the prerequisite text. So it's just like a quick sort of step by step or reminder on what the access type will need. So, for example, if your access type is internal visitor, these are what internal visitors would probably need to prepare or make sure that they do when visiting Manila. So they need to review the induction. The host should be returning the access card of the visitor and that kind of thing. So we need to make sure that the prerequisite text for Gargawan is correct. The prerequisite text here is copied from, I think, Singapore. So it should be similar, but you would probably have maybe one or two reminders that you need to remove or add. So if you go into the specific access type, so for example, I've gone into external visitor. The text that will show up here is over here in this field. It's this one. So you can review the content if it's correct. So for example, request must be submitted 3 days prior. Maybe you have a different requirement. Maybe for you it's 5 days. You can just revise this and then put in 5 days, or retain it at 3 days. It's up to you based on your requirement. And then in this case, since we have to format it, you can just ignore these like little lines here because they just add the bullet points, for example. So you can just focus on the content here. Yeah. Am I making sense?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So if you're unsure about how to edit it, let me know and then I can help you walk you through it again separately. But we need to make sure that the prerequisite text for Gargawan is ready because James, let me just share. Yeah, so James has gotten back to Gwen saying that he's going to request for the inclusion of Gargawan to my Workday Office Access. He's going to add it to the queue. So it might be available in the next couple weeks, maybe in the next month or two. So we would just have to make sure that the prerequisite text that they would see is going to be correct, as well as the access types. So if you're not offering one of these access types, we should probably remove it. But I think you are offering all of them. Is that right? Sorry, let me just. Can I just confirm if we're offering all of these access types?
Replacement card in case of lost or
Yeah.
tampered. Short-term
Yes.
employee contract, usually we don't have short-term employee contract as of now, but
Okay.
it's the internal. I think last year I came to know that there is one or two employee who has joined for the 1 year, so we can consider as a short-term employee, right? Like for the contract period of one year or something like that. Like how do we define the short-term employee?
Mm,
I would say short-term employee or contractor should be those will have a contractor window period of employment.
yeah.
Yeah, perhaps anything within a
Could
couple
be
of
temp.
months, maybe
Yeah.
6 months, 12 months. However, it's not as long as it's not a permanent staff.
Okay.
Yeah, like a temporary contractor or a temp could be a short-term employee. So they're technically an employee with a BHP email address, but they're only contracted to work for a couple months.
Okay,
Yeah,
Versus, yeah,
got it. Internal visitors. Um,
BHP staff.
okay.
So definitely.
yeah. BHP employees maybe from another site.
Okay,
Mhm.
a BHP employee from like Singapore or Australia,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay,
correct. Yeah.
Correct.
okay. So
External visitor,
external.
passport.
Okay,
externals are for people that do not need any access to your restricted access doors.
Okay,
So these
basically,
are people who probably I think these are just visitors who are going to stay within the external areas.
okay, right.
Yeah, so if they have an external meeting, for
Mhm.
example,
Yeah, in Gurgaon, usually visitors come and sit in the reception side. We have two external meeting rooms. They usually do not have right
yeah,
to access the office area. Okay, that's fine.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, um, employee and embedded
Embedded contractor.
contractor.
Ernie, this is like us, right?
They are us, like.
Yeah, so it's like us. We're part of Cushman & Wakefield, but we are technically embedded. So we're embedded employees. So if we were to request for access to Gurgaon, we would choose this. Although I've had experience choosing internal visitor, I probably should
I
be
think this
choosing.
is for new onboarders, employees, and embedded contractors. I mean employees for new hires.
Mm, from my experience, new hires are it depends on if they have their email address. So if they don't have their PHP email address, they cannot request for. They have to request for as an external visitor.
Yeah, but if there are new hires that have already a BHP account, then I think it should fall on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they would need a BHP account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you do need this one. This one definitely I think we need as well. Because it's in case they need to work inside the office. Is that something that happens in Gurgaon or something that we need?
But I believe if it's an external and he needs then he or she needs to be escorted if he doesn't have a BHP account. So
Yeah, I think this is also for new starters, BHP's employees that don't have a BHP account yet.
yeah, so by all means they should be escorted if they're being led into an internal area. So I don't think there's a need for any access required because they're not expected to be roaming around the office on their own.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we need all of these ones listed out here. So really, all you need to do, Swati and Ranjan, is review the text if the requirements are in line with the Gurgaon requirements. I'm not sure if the changes that will happen when we onboard Gallagher or if that's still happening. But that probably is more about the building access page rather than this
Yeah.
prerequisite text. So I don't think we need to change anything here. It's more of the inside page.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I've got the emails ready for this, so I'll dig them up and share them with you guys again. The all staff announcement emails. I remember I finished them already, so I'll share that with you guys for review. But other than that, it's really just the prerequisite text. I'll have to ask Gwen if we need to prepare anything else. But from what I remember, it's just going to be a quick update. And then there will be a couple posters, maybe, or sorry, remind me if you have digital signages. You don't, right? When we're gone. Oh, digital signages.
I don't think so. Ranjan?
In Gurgaon, we don't have any digital screen.
Yeah.
And as of
Okay.
now, I'm not aware about they do. I mean, installing new digital account in this renovation or no in these renovations. So as of now, there is no digital screen in Gurgaon.
Digital signages.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'll just update the plan we have, and then I'll share a schedule for you guys per email. I think I recall we shared something with Zena, so I'll have a look at our old email thread to see if she approved anything. And then we can just change the dates. Do you want to announce this by the time the office is reopened, or Do you want to wait a week maybe? Or should it be before the office reopening?
I would think it would be, I mean, before is good, and we can start off with clean slate right after they go live, which is the
That's
first.
true.
Yeah, and then give them some time to sit in before, since we are already back in the office to do the necessary before we go live, before the go live date. So it gives them some time to sit in as well. That piece of information that we sent out.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see how it goes for James and implementing it on my workday, and then if it
Yep.
aligns with the timeline, we can have a look
Yep.
at releasing something before the yeah, maybe we can combine it somehow with the Gallagher changes. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
Depending on which comes first. and
whichever
how
comes
I-
first. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if the Gallagher is gonna work anytime soon, but yeah. Yeah, whichever comes first.
Yeah, I recall for Singapore it took a long time. So let's see how it goes. It's no problem if it doesn't implement by the same time that we're announcing office access.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. Swati and Ranjan, do you feel confident in reviewing the text and making changes?
Yeah, me and Swati will do together. No worry. If required, I
Just
will
let
reach
me
out.
know if you
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just let me know if you're not sure about how to save or anything like that. Just let me know and then I can help you.
Yes, sure.
Do you have a timeline that you want the guys to work on it by?
I'm thinking, yeah, I was going to say maybe if we could have it by Monday. Is that enough time for you guys?
Yeah, Monday is sufficient.
By Monday.
Yeah, Bill.
Okay. Alright. I think Monday, and then I'll update Gwen so that he can update James about the prerequisite that's being ready.
Mhm.
Alright. I'll share an email with you guys for the comms release schedule and the comms that we've had for review, and then
Mhm.
if I missed out any actions, I'll add them to the email as well.
Okay, sure.
Okay, dokie. See you guys in a couple minutes.
See you.
Thanks. I'll see you in a
Thank
bit.
you.
See you guys in a bit.
Bye.